Hello there, I'm Terry Duke, and welcome to Duke It Out. In our day and age, it's never been easier to just pick a camera, get an editing software, and post content online. And when it comes to content creation, there is no clear path to success anymore. For some people, it took years of hard work, but eventually they make it big. Some people, it takes 15 seconds of fame from which they milk all that they can. But for the vast majority of small content creators, it usually involves years of minor success and growth until they either give up or one of their videos magically pop up in the algorithm through no control of their own and change their lives forever. But at the end of the day, all are united by the hope of someday becoming as big as the content creators that they watch. Because I mean, tons of money, working from home, at your own hours, making content that you're passionate about for thousands if not millions of fans, I mean, what's not to like? But what if you're a content creator and the money and views is virtually the only thing you care about? And what if you have no talent, no ideas, or no creativity? Well, in that case, you're going to end up doing the worst content there is. And no, I'm not talking about the laziest of reactions. I'm not talking about those god-awful videos showing clips of someone saying something supposedly deep while half the frame is taken by someone pointing and nodding in agreement. I don't understand how those were a thing, as stupid as they are. Hell, I'm not even talking about AI art, as lazy as that is. I'm talking about fake content. Literally faking everything from start to finish to aesthetically recreate other types of content that are generally more genuine. From faking pranks, to faking skits, to faking soldiers reuniting with their families, to faking giving money to the homeless, to faking abuse. The latter is something that Moist Critical covered a while ago, but for the sake of keeping this video lighter, I will not cover other instances of fake abuse. Just know that there are indeed people making that type of content exclusively for views. Fake content as a whole is an abomination that for the past few years has been gradually becoming more and more present in people's social media feeds. But it's not something that people really talk about, because usually when we just find something that's fake, we just scroll down and kind of forget about it. But these videos are still trending, probably because there are a lot of people, especially older people on social media, who can't tell that it's fake. So today I just want to talk about it by sharing with you some of the videos that have been on my feed for the past couple of weeks, ranting about them, calling them out, while I also explain how they're fake to you like you're a child. So there's a lot of different types of contents out there that do really well for a number of various reasons. But through it all, the common patterns of fake content is aesthetically recreating that content without ever putting a whole lot of effort into it. Essentially, think of any type of content you enjoy. Fake content is about pretending to do that content and vomiting it back to you. But from the perspective of fake content creators who only care about views, views are views. It doesn't matter if what gets views is wholesome entertainment or unscripted, genuine, heartwarming moments that are just caught on camera. If it can be faked, it will be faked. As an example of this, a type of video I occasionally see here and there is that of soldier reunions. These are soldiers returning home after being gone for a long time, and usually they surprise a relative with someone who knew ahead of time that the soldier was coming, just holding a camera to capture a beautiful surprise, a beautiful family moment. There is no shortage of videos like these, and they're generally heartwarming, so it's not uncommon for these videos to trend and get some views. So if you're an aspiring content creator, and as I've said, have no ideas or talent or creativity, but you see the views that these types of videos get, what are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, I'm just getting home right now. Yeah. 1 second, Bubba. Yeah, let me just call you back. Hey. Yeah, let me just call you back real quick. Yeah. Okay, bye. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Ooh, good. Oh my gosh. Want to see what I got shopping?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just sit Chase down. Look.
Oh, hi, Bubby.
Want to show you all the stuff we got shopping? Ooh, hot out there, man.
Yeah.
I am so excited for it to get cold.
Now, when you see a video like this, what are you supposed to make out of it? Is it a skit? Well, yeah, I suppose, but is it even funny? The only joke here is that the woman doesn't see the guy when she comes in through the door and just sits down and starts talking about her day. And the reason I call this fake as opposed to a skit is because the guy holding the camera gives the impression that he's filming a spontaneous moment in the home, like all of those other videos tend to do. If this was an actual skit, they could have just filmed it, you know, like an actual skit with different camera angles, some editing. And also, realistically, no soldier would ever hold a sign that says, "I'm home," if they're literally there in the home. Unless you expect the people watching your video to be watching it on mute while they're scrolling down their feed, and they need that visual reference to understand what's going on. And to be clear, this is far from the only fake soldier reunion. There are so many fake soldier reunions out there, it is ridiculous. But the one I hate the most is this one.
Ew! How can you give me flowers? You are the ugliest clown I've actually ever seen. I don't even know how you got past security with that face. Don't come near me. You know what? This is just prime example of just a day in my life. The way I look, my hair color, my eye color, my outfit, my body. Everyone comes up to me. I'm pregnant at this point, and you still think you have the right to even speak to me?
Okay, so let's break this down. So the soldier in this video is, I'm guessing, trying to surprise his girlfriend after being gone for a long time, right? So he booked a plane ticket on the same plane as her, which is already something that would be difficult to do. But instead of just surprising her, he decides to put on this ugly face mask and see if that way she would accept the flowers from an ugly stranger. And of course, this is all being filmed from a passenger just further down the aisle, so it feels true. So his girlfriend doesn't recognize him, so she turns him down harshly. So he proceeds to slowly remove his mask and his clothes and slowly reveal himself, while his girlfriend just goes on a tirade about how ugly the guy was. By the time the guy finally talks to his girlfriend, he's lecturing her on being superficial.
This is how you treat people daily. I can't do this anymore. That's not the whole thing.
Wait, but I love you. I love you. I love you. I thought you were a different disgusting guy.
That's the thing. You don't love me what's inside.
Wait, no, I do want them. No, I want them. Wait.
And again, this is all presented as just a random occurrence being filmed by a stranger on a plane, as opposed to being an actual skit with different camera angles. Now, under the comments, some people were quick to point out the actors appeared in videos made by this guy, whose channel is all sketches and short films, so yeah, they're actors. You didn't need me to break it down for you probably knew it in like the first 5 seconds. But this video does get to the bottom of my core frustration with fake content. The people involved in making this skit, you know, they went through the trouble of either finding or building a set for the inside of a plane. They had actors, they had a script, they had props. So if you had all the time, money, and resources necessary to make a skit, why not make an actual skit? Why not just come up with something interesting? Why are you trying to make it seem like a real soldier reunion that's just going wrong and just being filmed by a random bystander? You would just confuse people that way, and above all, it's cringe. Well, again, the reason they do it is because fake content creators don't care about coming up with new content. They only care about the aesthetic of successful content. If people watch this for a few seconds and they can't tell that it's fake, then the impression that this is a real thing that is really happening is going to be what keeps them watching, not the actual content. So the content creators get the views regardless. But this is only fake content to the extent that the script itself feels lazily written because it's soullessly trying to recreate genuine heartwarming moments. But what happens when you don't want to build a set, get actors and props and all that's involved in the production? You want to film content at home with whatever you have on hand, but you're still too lazy to come up with anything. Well, this takes us to the next segment that I'm going to call "The Camera is Right There." These videos remind me of a small trend I saw a couple of years back during the pandemic, mostly when people were isolated. These are videos that I'll call "see their reaction" videos. Those were simple. You put the camera in front of you, you pretend to lie dead, and let the camera record how your pet or toddler reacts. Simple, right? And it can be generally funny to an extent because you can't control how animals are going to react, and the presence of a camera isn't going to alter their reaction either. So it's real, it's simple, and it might give a chuckle. But what if you would want to do this type of video with your partner? Well, already it's a lot more complicated because you can't just have the camera right there. They're going to notice that something's up. So if you wanted to prank your partner or to get them in a funny situation, you would have to hide the camera, to time whatever you're going to do just right to get the perfect reaction. Or you could do this.
Baby, it's me. It's
Oh, so you ain't gonna give me my money? Oh, you think I'm playing with you, right? You think I'm playing with you?
Days! Damn! You are here! What?
Y'all better run.
No!
So yeah, keep that in mind. Any video in portrait mode that is perfectly still and catches the prank perfectly, it's fake. You have to imagine that whatever the person is seeing when they see the prank, on the other side of that prank, there's a big tripod that's standing right there with a camera on it. This woman, she sees the tripod past the fake head, and her reaction is gonna be fake as well. This guy in the elevator, the camera is standing next to him, and he never even changes floors. Those are probably his friends. This couple with the balloons, they're pretending it's pranks, but they always walk right into them and would see the tripod from where they stand. And no couple would be happy pulling pranks like this if it always involved cleaning up a huge mess. So of course it's all planned and consented to. And there are so many of them, it's probably the most annoying crap on my feed. The most despicable though? Nah. Remember when YouTubers used to film themselves giving money to the homeless? If there's one thing that people hate, it's that. Because obviously it doesn't feel genuine. You would not be doing it if you didn't have a camera on you. You're not doing it for the charity, you're doing it for the views. MrBeast is the king of this garbage. But despite the general dislike for this type of content, it's still relatively successful. And people still do it occasionally. But what if you're a content creator with no creativity or ideas, and you see the views that these videos make, but you don't want to get near homeless people, but you still want to look good helping the needy?
Hi, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you. I'm actually trying to sell this pineapple to get some money for my mom's medication. Do you think you can help me out with a few dollars, like 5, 10, whatever you have?
Again, the camera is right there. The guy is literally filming like this. Excuse me, sir. I'm broke. Could you buy this Xbox One controller from me, please? I hate this video especially because, as far as I'm concerned, they're trying to recreate the aesthetic of a real channel called Invisible People. This is a channel that goes around the world and interviews homeless people with the goal of humanizing them, getting to know their story, and overall raising awareness of the issue. These guys, dare I say, these ghouls, are pretending to give money to their friends, disguised as a homeless person, and drag this video on for 7 minutes, while the guy makes up a story about being homeless that is not true. With the entire point being that ultimately this person is humble, so they want to give them some money to give them a better life. But it's all fake. This guy is not a real homeless person. This is beyond disgusting in my opinion. But somehow, it's not the stupidest.
Chicken ramen.
It's almost lunchtime. We gotta hurry.
Where are we going?
You'll see. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's cooked perfectly.
This video did the rounds last year when a couple filled the back of their trucks with ramens and water and pretended to drive around to feed it to the homeless, with the only homeless person being shown, of course, being a friend of theirs pretending to be homeless.
You hungry? We only have 20 bucks, but we have some ramen noodles we can give you, man.
Where? You got ramen noodles?
Yeah, they're actually back in the truck bed. They're fresh, they're hot. We just made a ton of ramen noodles and we're just driving around giving it to people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll
just
take a bowl.
So much effort put into a video for nothing. All this food could have been donated to the nearest soup kitchen. It would have been 100 times better than what they did. It's one thing to fake content, but when the energy spent could have been spent making a real difference for someone, that's when it really pisses me off. People like this, screw them. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said at the beginning, it's never been easier to pick a camera and make stuff up, and I just wish that people with nothing creative to do would just find another hobby and stop polluting our feeds with this garbage. And I do mean it when I say that it's worse than AI, because at least with AI, you have to input something. Even if you don't draw the art yourself, you're still directing the machine, so to speak. And at least we know it's AI, at least for now. But here you have real humans with real gear, the time and resources necessary to create actual content, who do nothing substantive with it. So yeah, it was just a quick video to rant about these things, but that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.